In this video, we shall look at the concept of decimal place. Many students they do not know how to solve a problem that involves decimal place. But in the course of this video, we shall look into how to convert a certain number to a certain decimal place. When we talk about decimal place, that means the number in quote must have a decimal point. That means it must be a decimal number before you talk about anything decimal place. And secondly, there are two things you should know whenever you are asked to convert a certain number to a certain decimal place. Number one is what we call round up and round down. What is round up? Round up is a situation whereby the number that follows the one you are concerned about, if it's up to 5, you can borrow 1 and put at the one that the number is following. Okay, that is what we call rounding up. But if the number is not up to 5, we round it down. Okay, so take note of that. But we shall understand better in practice. We are asked to convert 3.1415926 to 5 decimal place. Okay, so how do we do that? Very simple. I will begin with 3. Once I hit point, I will start to count. Remember, we are talking about 5 decimal place. So once you write the numbers which seems to be whole number, which is 3 in this case, once you hit your point, you now start to count. The first one we shall include it, which is 1. The second one we shall include it, which is 4. So this first one is like to 1 decimal place. This one is like to 2. So the third one is 1. We include it, and that falls under 3. The fourth one is 5. We include it, that falls under 4. But we are considering 5 decimal place as the question implies. That means the fifth number is what we are now concerned with. So the question is, the number that is following this fifth number, is it up to 5? If the answer is yes, it's up to 5, we shall borrow 1 from it and add to this 9, and that ends it. If it's not up to 5, we shall round it down and not up. So looking at here, we have 2, and 2 is not up to 5, therefore we shall round it down, okay? We shall round it down. Rounding down means just put the number which makes it the fifth decimal place and don't borrow anything from this number. You only borrow from this number and add up to this. If this number is up to 5, then you round it up. And since it's not up to 5, just include your 9 and that ends it. So we will have to round down. So the second part of the question is 65009.269 to 1 decimal place. How do you do that to 1 decimal place? Just write out the whole numbers, which are 65009. Once you hit points, you start to count. The first one is 1, the second one is 2, the third one is 3. But we are told to convert to 1 decimal place. That means we are concerned with this only value here, which is 2. But the question is, the number that is following the 2, is it up to 5? Yes, it's up to 5 because 6 is even more than 5 by 1, okay? Therefore, we round up. We do what? We round up. And rounding up simply means borrow 1 from this 6 and add to this 2 to make it all 3. So we have succeeded in converting this number to this number, which is now in 1 decimal place. And this number to this number, which is now, this number to this number, which is now to 5 decimal place. Remember to like this video and to share it, and see you in my next video.